We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Cubs and the San Diego Padres. It's Padres baseball next on the show. Zach Davies, a Washington-born right-hander, gets the starting assignment. Dan, please, Zach, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high.
Slow. It's got good, decent. Doesn't walk a lot, guys. Good stamina.
Scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
Guys, the Swingin' Friars, as they take the field here tonight, fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Ro, talk about a team that's scuffling right now. I had a chance to talk to the manager before the game. He's not happy. The players aren't happy.
Yeah, and just a malaise has kind of come over this clubhouse. We had a chance, like you said, to walk through it a little bit. The boys are not jumping around. This is a big game today.
And it's 1-2. Temperature here at game time, 61 degrees. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. The 2-2. Mm, 3-2.
Gotta love the battle we're seeing right out of the gates in this game. That's 7 pitches now, and if this is any indication, we're in for a good contest here.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Chris Bryant comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Here it comes. Bryant is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
Yanked on the ground down the line. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
These last 2 guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Myers will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So not much happening here in the top half of the first. And now the Padres get their first opportunity. And
me and Bree had to completely restart our world.
Why?
We got lost in space.
Dang. Oh, damn.
A scoreless ball game.
Leading up for the Padres,
And
the
pitch.
left fielder, Tommy.
That's a ball.
Low for ball
Yeah.
one. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, they started this road trip off right. Yesterday, there was one common theme. There was great starting pitching. Guy went out and absolutely executed. Hopefully, he passes the baton to this guy today, and he goes out and follows suit.
Time now to check the hometown Padres lineup card in this one. D-Row, what's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
Matt, you take a look at both these lineups. They got their work cut out for them. This is going to be a pitcher's duel. Both these guys can execute and have a chance to go deep in this game and turn it over to bullpen. Somebody is going to have to get that big 2-out knock with runners in scoring position.
Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Dan, I know I was an offensive player, but I'm okay being a pitcher's umpire. If you're going to consistently pound that outer half, James Kingsley's usually going to give it to you.
Hey, listen, there's a reason why the pitchers throughout the league, they call him the king of the hill. You move the ball a little bit off the strike zone, he's not afraid to put that arm up. He's a very good pitcher's umpire.
And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first. Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only 1 score. From the belt, kicks and deals. Line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit.
Last pitch was a fastball. Tries to double up with the same piece of cheese, and it gets turned around. Nice piece of hitting.
Stepping in, Manny Machado, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. In tight with the curveball, backed up on him a little there, and it's ball 1. Here's one fouled off to the right as the count evens at 1-1. From the stretch, fouled off. Ready with the 1-2. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out of the jam, and keep this game tied.
Eric Hosmer to the plate now, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Batter-pitcher matchup numbers with Tyler Chatwood. He's 4 for 11. Back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there, Dan. He went heater up in the zone and then tried to drop the off speed, but he was on it.
Boy, Mark, that's the oldest trick in the book, right? You use one pitch to set up the other. This guy wasn't having any part of that.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Tatis on third. Hosmer at second with 2 gone. A 1-2 count to Will Myers.
You know, this isn't a ballpark that yields a lot of runs, so when you've got a chance like this to put some early runs on the board, it becomes really important to do so.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Padres able to pick up 1 on a couple of hits. We move ahead to the top of the second now. It's the Padres 1 and the Cubs nothing. So striding in, Kyle Schwarber. He'll start things out in the top half of the second. Here comes the first pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. 2-0. 3-0 now. Javier Baez will be next. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Now the 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. The 1-1 home. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
After fouling off the second one, I got to step out of the box, adjust my batting gloves, and tell myself there's no chance he's tripling up on that pitch.
The count now at 2-2. Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone. So a runner on first with 1 out now. And standing in now, the power-hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. From the belt, kicks, deals. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play.
He smoked that changeup foul. That's why we're seeing the expansion of netting around baseball.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes to Kipnis.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Runners on the move for second, and now they've got him picked off. They slap the tag on him, and he is out at second base. Grounded softly down the line toward first, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Myers is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Cubs are down quietly. It remains 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So striding forward now, Francisco Mejia. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Fastball called for strike 2. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
Stepping in, Ty France. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. He might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately. It all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
To second for 1, and the relay won't nearly be in time as he's there easily. Back to the top of the order now. And up next, it'll be the outfielder, Tommy Pham. No balls and 1 strike. Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Happ is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1 left for San Diego. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Coming to the plate now, Wilson Contreras. 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order set to go here in the 3rd. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Oh, and it looks like a visit to the video room may be in order after that hack. It's 0-2 now. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball. Just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys, because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
And that's the second out. Standing in, Tyler Chatwood. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. And there's ball 1.
1-1.
Cubs pitcher at the plate, trailing with a 1-2 count. Cubs to this point have yet to break into the hit column. Off the outside that time, as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher, but sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the former first rounder and Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. As a look, now the pitch. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1.
Hey, I know the tying runs at first right here, but if the pitcher on the mound executes, keeps the ball in play, I think good things are going to happen.
Fouled away. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. 2 out with the man at first. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired.
We're back as the Padres line up readies for their 3rd turn with the bats, and unfortunately for them, this club has had its issues on offense. Entering the day, they ranked near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. Now, one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening, so he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
And this will be hauled in shy of the track for out number 1 as the runner will retreat to first. Ready for another chance? Manny Machado, 0 for 1 here in the early going. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And he fouls this one off. Runners on first with 1 down. Lagares runs. Strike called. Now the throw down. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
We all know this team is struggling right now. They're on a losing streak, so when that's the case, sometimes you need to be a little bit more aggressive and try to put some pressure on your opponents. Stolen bases are a good way of doing that, so we'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for him right now.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chopped toward the second baseman. On to first, and there are 2 down. So a man at third here with 2 gone. And standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Line toward right center. Happ is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out of potential trouble. Padres leave 1, but they lead it 1-0. Leading off the inning, Chris Bryant. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Chris Bryant.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Line hard toward right center. And that's the first hit in this one for the Cubbies.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball.